Geçen mesela şey bulundu. Bir tane daha easter egg deyince bak bir tane easter egg bulundu. Neydi o? Nier Automata'da oyunu bitirebiliyorsun direkt oyunun başında. Bayağı bildiğin oyunun başına oyunu bitirebiliyorsun. Ve yani o kadar uzun süre sonra bulundu ki. Son easter egg'miş bu arada bu. Bu easter egg oyunun son easter egg'iymiş.
Footage was captured using PlayStation 4.
Nier Automata was released. It is a title that I've, since release, spent hundreds of hours not just playing, but also reverse engineering to explore in unseen ways. Something I tend to do with certain video games which I particularly enjoy. In 2018, the director of Nier Automata mentioned in an interview with Famitsu magazine that there was perhaps some final secret still left undiscovered in the game, which may be a problem if it were ever found out. And while this led to some uncertainty in the following years as to whether or not this was some kind of misunderstanding during the translation of the preceding conversation, it has nonetheless remained in the thoughts of Nier fans ever since. While most of my work delving into Nier Automata involves restoring developer debugging modes that were removed from the retail version before launch, I was recently looking through the engine and discovered a section of code that stood out to me as something I'd never seen actually being used by the game in any context, listed as Cheat Command Manager, and so decided to look into what would potentially cause it to be activated. Without delving too much into the technical side of my work, I was able to leverage a lot of my knowledge I had gained over the past year to reverse engineer this function and discover what would eventually be confirmed as being...
Oha! Map'te belli bir X'te ve Z'de olmanı şey yapıyor. Ondan sonra 1,5 metre içindeysen R2'ye basılıyorsan, cheat kodu giriyorsan oyun serverına bağlanıyor.
Nier Automata's final secret.
Manyağa bak. Esenbil'den anlamış ama anlaşılır bir şekilde. Umut çok teşekkür abi 8. ay için canımsın. En iyi abonemsin. Paran 2 senedir abonesin. Çok teşekkür ederim. Pablo Martin Battala 4. 7. ay. Mellow Man 4. ay. Quet ve 41 milyar gibi çok bilerek koyulmuş bu.
2B encounters and needs to defeat a large machine called Marks.
Sen bile okuması o kadar zor değil de yazması kanser.
She has a short conversation with 9S.
I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
All right. I'll work my way inside from the ground.
Once they've finished speaking, this is the only chance we have to activate the cheat code. If we were instead to proceed ahead with the mission, as soon as we reach the room where the doors close and we're forced into a combat encounter, we'll never be able to activate the code. Even if we were to then backtrack from here to that original area, the opportunity will have been missed regardless. By the way, if you've already unlocked chapter select on your save file and would like to skip straight to this part of the game, it's chapter 1-2_3, 2B inside the factory. So while remaining in this large open area, with Marks defeated and 9S having just flown away, we need to take 2B and have her stand between these two sets of 3 barrels. Likely placed here specifically to mark the location where the cheat code can be entered, as it will not work anywhere else in the entire area. Remaining in this place, we then need to hold the R2 button on the gamepad. We need to press up, down, up, right, left, square, circle, triangle, cross. Despite her erratic movements, if we manage to keep 2B in this spot for the entire process, the cheat code will work and the screen will fade to black. With this activated, the game will skip all the way to the post-credits scene of the final ending. And while I won't spoil the specifics, this unlocks chapter select, debug mode, the debug room, and the in-game trophy store. Normally, the player would need to finish the game 3 times to unlock these. So of course this is a huge time saver. We are also presented with the game's final choice to delete all of our save data and unlock the hidden title screen, normally reserved for players who complete the 5th ending. So of course this cheat code, simply for the fact that it unlocks chapter select in the in-game debug mode, is extremely handy for just having fun messing around with the game right from the start. Now, of course, it's quite difficult to actually perform this cheat code because keeping 2B in one place while pressing all of those buttons can be almost impossible. So to make that easier, just pause the game while standing between the barrels. Be sure not to bring up the main system menu, as this can crash the game when activating the cheat. Instead, press the left side of the touchpad to bring up this quick use menu, which works just fine for code entry. So just to reiterate, play through the opening prologue of the game until we defeat Marks. Wait for the conversation with 9S.
Abi yani düşün. Yani zaten Nier Automata'da inanılmaz fazla gizli şeyler var. Yani oyunun gerçek sonunu görmek için oyunu 3 kere bitirmen gerekiyor. Yani şöyle söyleyeyim. Oyunun düzgün bitiren insan sayısı o kadar az ki Nier Automata'da. Oyun sana söylemiyor. Yani şeyi söylemiyor. Bayağı bildiğin ilk defa oyunu bitirdiğinde bok gibi bir son görüyorsun. Yani çok ortalama bir son görüyorsun ve diyorsun ki bok gibi oyun deyip kapatıp gidiyorsun. Ama öyle bir şey yok yani. Oyunu 3 kere daha oynaman gerekiyor. Ve oyun bunu sana söylemiyor. Mesela bir daha bitirdiğinde farklı bir şey göreceğini falan söylemiyor aslında açık açık.